For the last year in this channel, I've been researching the best financial products and strategies to help you make more money and achieve financial security. Here are the best high-yield savings accounts I found, and the following options are in no specific order. They are FDIC insured, at least up to $250,000. They have no minimum deposits or monthly fees unless otherwise shown. By the way, guys, my name is Alex Isidro, and my goal in this channel is to help you make more money and achieve financial security. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out the links in the description to help you get started with any of the following high-yield savings accounts. Number one on the list is SoFi. The current interest rate of this organization, which I signed up for a couple of years ago and that I'm still currently using, is 3.8% with direct deposit, which does not have a minimum direct deposit amount. A lot of people ask me in my videos, hey, if I set up direct deposit, do I need to have a certain amount of direct deposit? And according to the website, according to SoFi, you don't. As long as you set up direct deposit, you would qualify for this high APY of 3.8%. And one thing to keep in mind here is that, as you may or may not already know, the interest rates are going down, and SoFi has been a victim of this scenario, and their interest rate was 4.0%, and it's slowly tapering down, which I believe this is one of the reasons why we got to take advantage of these opportunities as soon as possible. Now, if you are interested in an account opening bonus, then SoFi does offer an up to $325 cash bonus for signing up with them. You do get $300 with a $5,000 or more direct deposit. If you have less than $5K but more than $1,000, you get $50, and if you have less than $1,000, then you don't get any of the bonus. You do get an extra $25 if you sign up with the link in the description. Now, some of the special features that I've noticed with SoFi is the high account opening bonus. That's something that not many other organizations out there provide. And it also provides a lot of services. They have loans, they have mortgages, they have credit cards. You can invest through SoFi, which, by the way, investing through SoFi is actually pretty easy. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you want to learn more about that. SoFi is kind of like a complete financial hub, or you can just do all of your banking in one place. So that's what I've found. Now, when it comes to the pros, of course, is the high APY, the new account bonus. It does have ATM access through checking. One thing that you must know about SoFi is that when you open a high yield savings account, they automatically open you a checking account, and they will send you an ATM card. Now, when it comes to the cons, you do need direct deposit to get the high APY, and of course, you need to meet the requirements to get the high cash bonus. Now, you might be wondering, okay, is this, for me, the way I see it, this organization is best for those who are looking for a new banking hub overall, and of course, those who want a high cash bonus, because that high cash bonus is very enticing. All right, so next on the list is we have CIT Bank, and CIT Bank brings us a different way of approaching savings accounts, and that is with their tiered savings. So what does it mean exactly, if you're wondering? If you look at the interest rate, they do offer a 4.35%, which is one of the highest ones that I've seen currently so far. However, you do need a $5,000 or more in your balance, and that is with respect to their platinum savings account. So if you have 5K or more balance in your account, then you do qualify for the 4.35%. And if you're wondering, oh man, CIT is not for me, wait a second, because CIT Bank also offers a no minimum balance required, which is called its Savings Connect. And with that account, you do get a 4.0%, which 4.0%, it's still one of the highest ones out there. It's obviously not 4.35, but it's still very high when it comes to high yield savings accounts overall. Now, both of these accounts require you a $100 deposit to get started. Now, they don't have an account opening bonus, at least that I found. Some of these organizations, they do provide bonuses or referral incentives for a certain amount of time. And for CIT, I have found none at the moment. If you are a CIT Bank user and you know of a bonus, please let me know in the comments. All right, now when it comes to special features, the way I personally found with CIT Bank is the fact that they are a division of First Citizens Bank, which was founded back in 1898. So they've been in business for a long time, and when a business is providing services for a long time, at least the way I see it, it gives you that warm and fuzzy feeling of stability, trust, and just long reputation, good reputation in a way. So that's the way I personally see it. Let me know if you see it differently, by the way. And when it comes to the pros, putting everything together, it's obviously the high APY. It's very easy to start. When I opened my account with them a little while ago, it was very simple. Most of these high yield savings accounts only take about 5 to 10 business days, unless there are certain paperwork and requirements that you have to submit to them. Maybe your last name changed because you got married and now you are doing your finances together. That's actually something that my wife and I ran into. But yeah, so just to give you a perspective. Now, when it comes to the cons, you do need a $5,000 balance to qualify for the highest interest. If not, then it's okay. You still have the 4.0%. You do need $100 to start to open an account, and you have no ATM access. So this account is best for people who are looking for a simple yet with high interest savings account backed by a bank with a long history in the financial space. So if you're looking for something like that, then maybe CIT is a good option for you. Next on the list is Barclays, which is a bank that I just reviewed only a few days ago, and I was actually pleasantly surprised about what I found. Now, Barclays also offers, just like CIT, a tiered approach to savings, and their interest is actually a little bit higher than CIT. However, of course, it does come with some requirements. So the 4.5% APY that you can get, you would need to deposit at least $250,000. It almost sounds like FDIC insurance, right? That's a lot of money to deposit to get that 4.5%. However, if you don't have $250,000 laying around that you just put in a high yield savings account, that's okay because they still give you a 4.25% with less than $250K. So it's really not that much that you're losing out on. So I think it's a good option for most people out there. The 4.25% is still pretty high up there. Now, when it comes to opening account bonuses, they do have a $200 bonus if you deposit $25,000 or more, so you can take advantage of that sweet cash bonus. They also provide credit cards, which is personally something that I used to own with Barclays. I used to have the American Airlines, and it was good for a while, but we're not talking about that here in this video. They also offer certificates of deposit and CDs, which are good alternatives when savings account interest rates keep going down. And they also offer loans. So the way I see Barclays is almost like a mini financial hub that offers a few other services other than high yield savings accounts, which may or may not be for you depending on what you're looking for. Now, when it comes to the pros and putting everything together, it's one of the highest APYs I've seen. Also, it has a few other services available, so you can bank with them and keep a few of your banking needs in one place. And Barclays has been in business since the 1600s, so that gives you a little bit of warm and fuzzy feeling of stability and seriousness with the business because you don't stay in business if you are a crappy business, right? That's one thing that I learned about business. Wow, talk about redundant words. All right, so now when it comes to the cons, with Barclays, the only way you can access your money is through transferring from your Barclays account to another organization. So they don't have ATM access, they don't have checking accounts. So that could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. You will have to wait 2 to 3 business days in order for you to access your money because that's usually how long it takes when you transfer your money out of these high yield savings accounts, with the exception of one, which I will share with you here in a few seconds. Now, who is this account for? You might be wondering, hey, Alice, please tell me, like I'm dying to know. So this account is for those who are looking for a high interest rate for a high yield savings account, an organization in the financial space with long history. Also, you feel comfortable with online banks and you want that sweet cash bonus. Now, one thing that I'll mention here is that all of these organizations that I'm sharing with you here are online. So let me know in the comments if Barclays is a good option for you based on what you're looking for. Now, the next one in line is Discover. Now, Discover is one of those organizations that does not have the highest APY out there. As you can see here on the screen, they are offering 3.75%. But even though they don't have the highest APY, they still built a reputation for being reliable and good for overall credit card services. Now, when it comes to account opening bonuses, I didn't find any to the website. And when it comes to special features, they have a lot of credit card services available. As I mentioned, that's their bread and butter as far as I'm concerned. And the high yield savings account portion is just an extension of their services so they can get more people in the door and hopefully they sign up with their credit cards. Now, when it comes to the pros out there, well, they do have a decent APY. It's not the highest one, 3.75. It's not too low. It's still much better than Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Chase, which are typically the banks that people mention when we are talking about high yield savings accounts. They also have service versatility, the way I see it, because they have credit cards and they do have, of course, ATM access. Now, the cons is the fact that they do have up to 6 withdrawals per trading cycle of a high yield savings account. So if you foresee yourself using your high yield savings as a checking account almost, then Discover may not be the best option for you. And also, one of the cons is the fact that the APY could be a little higher, but I do appreciate the fact that they're not lowering their interest just yet. They're holding the line. Now, Discover is best for anyone who already has Discover products. So one of the stories that comes to mind when I talk about Discover is a friend of mine recently opened an account with them. And I asked him why, just out of curiosity, because it's not the highest APY out there. So I was wondering why he did that. And he told me very simply, well, I already have credit cards with Discover. So for me, it was just like a no-brainer. It was very easy to just kind of like open an account with them and just keep everything in one place. So if convenience is your vibe and you just want to keep everything in one place, you already have Discover credit cards. By the way, the Discover cashback credit card, it's a really good one. Then Discover could be a good option for you. Next on the list is a bank that I changed my mind around, and I went from not being too bought into it to now it's actually a pretty good option. And the reason for that is because one day I was talking to my sister-in-law and she told me how much she loved Western Alliance Bank. And it really changed my perception on how I saw this bank. Now, Western Alliance Bank is offering a 4.3% APY nowadays, and it's one of the highest ones out there, and it was 4.6%. So as you can see, as it's normal and standard and as expected, interest rates are going down again. And they don't have an opening account bonus that I personally found. And some of the special features that I found with this organization are it's decent APY, and they also provide small business focused services. As far as I'm concerned, when I went to the website, I saw a lot of small business services that they provide. So it makes me think that they are very much their core audience is small businesses. And when it comes to the pros, they do have, of course, a decent APY, a small business focused. And if you are interested in learning more about small business products or services, then this could be a good option for you. Now, when it comes to the cons, of course, the only way you can transfer your money and access your money is by transferring to another bank. Just like Barclays, if you recall only a few seconds ago, there's no ATM's access, and you do need a $500 deposit to start with this organization. So the way I personally see this account is better for, or is best for anybody that's looking for a high APY, and maybe you are a small business or you have a small business and you want to explore your options and see if this organization has any options for you. So that's the way I personally see it. Let me know in the comments if Western Alliance is for you. All right, so next in line is Laurel Road. Now, Laurel Road is a bank that when I called customer service, they provided me some of the best customer service I've ever experienced. And I know that sometimes, obviously, it's going to be up to the agent, and many times, like maybe the lady was just having a great day, she was feeling extra nice. But hey, that experience for me was memorable. So the current APY for Laurel Road is currently 4.0%, and it was 4.15%. So they are decreasing their interest rates. There is no account bonus as far as I found. The one that I shared in the previous update ended, so no account bonuses for now, sadly. But some of the special features, of course, is the fact that it still has one of the highest APYs out there. And when it comes to pros, is the fact that they do have high APY. They have great and decent customer reviews. Also, based on my experience, I'm a little biased here. And they do have ATM access if you open a checking account with them. Now, when it comes to the cons, of course, is it's online only, no physical branches, like many of the ones that we talked about so far. They have limited customer support hours. If that's something that you're looking for, 24/7 customer service, that's not something that they provide. And also, some users have reported account access issues and lengthy review processes. So one thing that happens when you open these high yield savings account is sometimes when you deposit a large amount of money, you go through a special process. Like banks are always trying to find red flags with certain people that move money around because for obvious reasons, they want to make sure that your money is legit, that it has no questionable sources for your money. So when you are moving large sums of money around, take a little bit longer than usual because they're doing some reviews of the money, where it's coming from, where it's going. Just be aware that sometimes the bank may take a little longer to review your money. So I would call customer service ahead of time before you transfer a large sums amount of money and ask them what the process would be, just so you don't run into these issues. Now, so who is this account for? This account is for anybody that's looking for a high APY, and it's also almost geared towards medical professionals because they offer services for student loan refinancing as far as the website goes. So if this is something that you relate to and you like what you see, then maybe it's a good option for you. So last but not least is Marcus by Goldman Sachs, and the current interest rate for this organization is at 3.9%. It's no different than the previous update to this high yield savings account. And they do have an opening account bonus, and you could earn an extra 0.25% APY for 3 months, which would make this a 4.15%, which is not that bad. And you would get this bonus if you sign up with the link in the description. Now, some of the special features, and the best special feature with this organization, is the fact that it offers same-day transfer up to $100,000. As I mentioned previously, many of these online banks offer you a transfer of 1 to 3 business days. But with Marcus, you do get those transfers up to $100K, and I've tested this feature many times. Now, when it comes to pros and cons, of course, the pros is the fact that it's got a same-day transfer up to $100K. It's got a referral bonus, so if you sign up with Marcus and you refer other people, you also get a bonus. It's also got the branding, right? It's kind of cool to say you bank with Goldman Sachs. I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Also, some of the cons, of course, is the fact that the APY could be a little higher to stay competitive with those big dogs out there. And also, it's got no branch access, no ATM. So the best way, only way to get your access to your money is by transferring to another organization, which here, based on what we talked about, it only takes a couple of hours. Now, who is this organization for, if you're wondering? It's for anybody that's looking for a simple, basic savings account with a decent APY. And most importantly, I want to say one of the things that attracts people the most, and not just the APY, but also the branding, right? Like when you say Goldman Sachs, that's a powerful name in the financial space. If you're interested in any of these options, I will leave a few links in the description and in the first pinned comment so you can sign up or learn more. Like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Alex Isidro out.